So you made your vision board and you're saying your affirmations religiously, but you're not getting results. So why isn't it working? I'm going to tell you why and give you a 3-step process to fix it and show you how to get that vision board to work. Welcome to Closer to Your Higher Self. My name is Jerome and I want to help you create a life you love. So what's happening is that there's a disconnect between what you say and what you feel, or a disconnect between what you consciously think and what you feel. Feeling is the difference. Or another way to put it is that there's a disconnect between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind makes up about 5% of your mind. Your subconscious mind makes up the other 95%. And this 95% holds every experience you've had in your past, starting from childhood. Experiences that created your beliefs, the beliefs that determine how you think, feel, and act, thus creating your personal reality. A personal reality that runs on autopilot. Ideas in the conscious mind sit more on the surface, while ideas in the subconscious mind run deep. It's like the difference between one of those tiny trees they plant when they build new homes versus a 100-year-old oak tree. Let's do an exercise to illustrate the difference. Think about a lemon. In your mind, you're probably thinking, okay, it's sour, it's yellow, it's a citrus fruit. You can make lemonade, it's got a fresh smell, etc. And only follow along with this if you're not driving or operating heavy machinery. If you are doing one of those things, please wait until later. Close your eyes. Imagine I just handed you a lemon. Feel the texture. Put it close to your nose. You can smell that lemony citrus aroma. Now, I take the lemon from you, and you watch me take a knife from the drawer. I cut the lemon, and as you hear the knife slice through the lemon on the cutting board, some of the juice squirts out of the lemon. Now, I give you half the lemon. Bring that lemon close to your nose. Smell it. Now take a bite of the lemon. Did your mouth water a little? Which was a more vivid experience with the lemon? The first, which was a completely intellectual idea of a lemon, or the second one where we used the imagination? The second one, of course. We used your past experience with lemons to create this vivid imagery that, unless you've never tasted a lemon, probably caused your mouth to water. This is because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between something real and something imagined. So let's get away from fruit and apply this concept to another example. You want to be successful at your new job, and you just found the best affirmation. I'm great at my job, and every day I'm getting better and better. But it's not working, because that's only in play in your conscious mind, that 5%. What's happening in your subconscious mind? Well, what if in your subconscious mind there's a belief that you cannot be successful? A belief that's on autopilot that says you'll never be successful. Because somewhere in your past, a caregiver called you stupid or said you would never amount to anything. This belief has been operating since you were a child. So let's compare your affirmation with that subconscious belief. On the one hand, you have your affirmation that you just started using last week. You say it 10 to 15 times per day. I'm great at my job and every day I'm getting better and better. Sometimes you forget when things get tough. You don't feel great or you have a fight with your significant other, and that affirmation goes out the window. In fact, if you use affirmations, you probably have a number of them that you've used over the years, then many of them have gone out the window. On the other hand, you have this subconscious program that's been with you since you were a child. It's in your subconscious on autopilot, so it doesn't forget or take a break. Day and night, it's constantly working. And when you don't feel great, it's probably working even harder. And remember the example with the lemon. You're going to feel that subconscious program much more than the affirmation. Or say you've got a subconscious program running that says there are no good men left, or All women are gold diggers because you've watched so many YouTube videos with that subject matter that it's burned into your brain. You have to be careful about what you watch or listen to. The things that you watch repeatedly have a greater impact than you think. That's another way subconscious programs can be installed. So you've got the social media programming. Now add to that growing up in a household where you saw your parents constantly fighting or existing in an unstable relationship. But you decide that 5 times a day you're going to look into the mirror and say, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. Between your affirmation and the beliefs that have been burned into your subconscious, which one do you think is going to win? Or you decide you're going to lose weight and get in shape. You make a vision board. It's got a picture of a person ripped with a six-pack, or someone on the beach in a bikini, a person crossing the finish line at a marathon. And you do this because you saw a video that said if you glue all these pictures to a board, all these things would show up in your life. But you don't really believe these things can happen. But what you do believe is that when you've had a tough day, you need to soothe yourself with food. And this is a belief that you're not even aware of. This program was installed when you were a child. You came home after school, sad because of whatever makes us sad as children, lots of things, and your parents gave you cookies or ice cream, and this made you feel better. And now as an adult, you don't know why you have a cookie addiction. With all that going on, someone telling you to use your willpower is not going to work at all. The subconscious operates on feeling. If you remember your 10th birthday party by thinking about who was there, the presents you got, etc., that's more conscious mind. If that memory comes from the subconscious, there's a feeling attached to it. The same way you can smell an aroma and instantly be reminded of dinners at your grandmother's house. Or there's a cologne that you used to love, but you can't wear it anymore because it instantly reminds you of a terrible breakup. Or you drive past your old neighborhood and instantly get a good feeling of all the memorable things that happened. Now, you aren't recalling pieces of information one at a time. You have a feeling that comes up from the subconscious. And all these memories are attached to this feeling. I want to remind you to like and subscribe. If you want to work with me one-on-one, my info is in the description, along with a link to a free guided meditation. So feeling is the key to get into the subconscious. But how do we feel it? Here's my 3-step process. Step 1, put yourself in the correct state. Go somewhere quiet where you won't be disturbed. You need to be relaxed. This won't work if you're thinking about a fight you had with a coworker or everything you need to do tomorrow. It helps if you put on some music. Nothing with lyrics, just ambient music. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and relax. Now, as you breathe, focus on your heart. And think about something you're grateful for or a memory where you were grateful. Step 2, introduce your new thought or belief. Now, once you feel relaxed, think about your desire. Like the lemon example, we want to use the technique where you use all 5 senses as you imagine having your desired outcome. You want to create what feels like a memory, but a memory from your future. Now, if you want to open a restaurant, for example, see how your restaurant is going to look and how much people are enjoying themselves. Hear the sounds of people talking and silverware on plates as people are eating. Imagine them telling you how much they enjoy the food as you stop by their tables. Smell the aroma of the delicious food that's being prepared. And you have to taste things from time to make sure things are prepared correctly. How does it taste? How does it feel to hold the cookware as you're preparing the food? And you want to do this from a first-person perspective. Now, what does that mean? If this restaurant that we're imagining is a movie, instead of seeing it as though you're watching yourself in a movie, it should be seen through your eyes. Kind of like those war video games. You don't see your player's entire body. You're seeing the game through your player's eyes. That way, you're immersed in the visualization. It makes it more real. Step 3, review and reinforce. Now, how do you know if it was a success? Because you can feel it. Can you actually feel yourself in the restaurant? Do you have a feeling of joy or gratitude as a result of the visualization? A feeling like you actually have the restaurant? If so, that's a success. That's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for a feeling to be activated from that visualization. And connected to that feeling are all these memories of your restaurant. Remember the feeling. And you're going to need to revisit this exercise from time to time. And pretty soon you'll be able to activate this feeling in less and less time and without closing your eyes. Then, if a negative thought comes up where you doubt that you could open your restaurant, you can stop it and activate that feeling to counteract the negative thought. And if you can maintain this feeling internally, it's just a matter of time before it shows up in your physical world. And that's the key with vision boards and affirmations. I'm not against them, but they should also activate this type of feeling, the feeling of having your desired outcome. If you look at your vision board and you feel as though your desires are farther away, it's not going to work. Either revisit this 3-step process or create a new board that generates that feeling that will implant your desire in the subconscious. Let me know in the comments how this 3-step process works for you, and I'll see you next time on Closer to Your Higher Self.